So this is a video to show how to upload the firmware on one of the new boards, that is the 407 boards that comes with the Hydra machines. This is the latest one. The older one looked like this, and that is the Core 4X9L board. And the procedure in uploading the software to either of these is a bit different. So I'm going to show you today how to upload the firmware on one of these new boards, that's the 407 boards. So all that you require is the board itself, and then you require a Type-C cable to a USB cable that plugs into your PC or the tablet that comes with the machine, and then you require the software. So that's the only three things you will require. One is the board. It can be the individual board like this, or the board can be on the motherboard, the USB cable, and the software. So the first thing that you want to do is go ahead and plug the USB cable in and into the PC that you're using, which has the software installed in it. Once you have connected the board with the USB cable, go ahead in your software, and in the top right hand corner you can see the files option. Go into the files option, and the last third option that you will see is the update firmware option right here. Go into the update firmware option, and in the update firmware option you will see these two drop downs coming up. In these drop downs you see the 407 or 429 motion controller option. That's the second option. So that's the option you're going to select, because that's the controller that we want to upload the firmware to. So go ahead and select the second option there, and once you select the second option you will see this window pop up. But right now you see here it says that the board is not connected, and check boot switch and press reset switch. So this procedure, as you can see in the image right here as well, so far it is not updated for the new board, so the procedure is a bit different. So let me tell you what the procedure is. There are two switches here in the left top corner, you can see, of the board, and there are two LEDs. So one LED that's near the USB cable, that's the power LED that indicates that there is power connected to the board, and the LED on top here that's blinking, that is called as the heartbeat. So when the firmware is uploaded into the board, the heartbeat LED blinks, and that shows you that there is firmware inside this board. So right now there is firmware inside this board, but not to worry, I'll show you how you can upload firmware to this particular board. So right now, as you can see on the PC, it says it is not connected. So that is because the board is not in DFU mode. So first you have to go ahead and put it into DFU mode. To put it into DFU mode, you use these two switches. The first one, the top switch, is the reset switch, and the bottom switch here is the DFU switch. So the way to put this into the DFU mode is press both the switches, wait for 2 seconds, release the reset switch, keep pressing the DFU switch, and then after 2 seconds release the DFU switch as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'm going to repeat it once again. So you press both the switches, release the reset switch, keep the DFU switch pressed for 2 seconds, and then release the DFU switch. And as I'm doing this, immediately you see that the board gets connected and goes into the DFU mode. Once the board is into the DFU mode, go ahead and select the folder, the correct file, the latest file. All the old files that work with the older version won't work with the newer version boards. So go ahead and select the latest version file, click on open. Make sure here that you have selected the right file, and once you have made sure, go ahead and click on program. So first it's going to erase the previous program that's there, and you see the LED stops blinking and it's writing the blocks. And then once the entire firmware is uploaded, you'll see the LED blinking coming back up. That means that the firmware is completely uploaded and your board is ready to go.